Initially, I just wanted to talk about communication in general and this idea that people are sort of the foundation of communication. And I know that sounds fairly cliche, but you know, in my experience, it's really been true, and it's kind of a thing that we kind of assume that we understand, but we often forget about these folks, and we tend to think of them in terms of demographics or segments or sort of these abstract groups. There was a great book written a few years back, back in the 90s, called the Food Train Manifesto. And does anybody remember that book? Nobody? Nobody? It was a book that was sort of prophesizing about how the web and would change communication, and the dynamic of communication between organizations and the people that they serve. And they have this great line in there where they say, you know, that organizations tend to look at their audiences, their constituents, as mouths that gobble up products and crap out cash. Right? So that's a pretty graphic description of things, but it's true. I mean, a lot of organizations, that's the relationship that they have with their constituents, with the people that they're dealing with, and it's really about getting beyond that and really thinking about them in terms of people, what their needs are, sort of the context in which they work with the organization, whether it's college, department, university, whatever level you're at, and just sort of taking a deeper look at that. And of course, this requires empathy on our part as communicators with our areas. Unfortunately, we're in a time when we have all these great tools that we can use to connect with people. 10 years ago, 5 years ago even, we didn't really have the social media tools that we have now, where we can go and we can hear what people are saying about us, engage in conversations with them, listen to what they have to say, and create, again, a relationship beyond just an exchange. So listening is another key aspect of the branding process, I think. And again, we're fortunate to be where we are and have these tools available to us. But a colleague of mine, I was doing an interview with a few years back, and they gave me this great line of branding with your ears. And it's true for just about any kind of communication that you're doing, that you're going to be doing more listening and maybe questioning than you are sort of talking about direction and things like that. So again, it's sort of bringing people into the process, really paying attention to what their specific needs are, and getting at their real motivations. Because if you're creating a brand, that's really what you need to do. You can't have a superficial brand. It's got to really speak to your key audiences in a way that's really meaningful to them.